so there's not a whole lot of new stuff to update. Yeah. Anything new you want to share with our hypothetical viewers?
Not really. Other than, and you know, next Resident Evil, where Chris will finally punch a boulder.
Yes, he will.
So now, last time when we left off, Ven ended up learning the truth, and he conquered the Mirage Arena.
Last time on Kingdom Hearts Z.
Hold on a second. This music is way too loud again, and the volume's at 17.
Oh, this is funny.
What's going on right now?
Okay, apparently ADV, the old anime company, named 1, 2, 3, 4 different, 4 completely different volumes of their, of anime as Secrets and Lies. Sakura Diaries Volume 1, Martian Successor Nadesco, Volume 1, I believe. I can't tell. Generator Gull Volume 3, and Excel Saga Volume 5. All named Secrets and Lies.
Oh my.
Yes.
Let's see where. Just shilling this. Okay, so I did level up again because I did some off-screening. Which included doing the command board objectives that I will not be showcasing, but there's one more thing of command board we'll have to do. And I shudder to think about it. Also, among our repertoire, we have Ultima Weapon, the best Keyblade before Crown Unlimit. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, let's see, is there anything left? Nope.
Well, I'm dead.
And to the Keyblade Graveyard. So, remember that cutscene that played at the end of Terra's story when all the Keyblade wielders were gathered and they all fought? Well, we're going to be skipping that because we already witnessed it. Because why should I show the same thing twice when nothing new is added?
Yeah, I mean, I always played the,
Alright, here we go.
Same
How about
cutscenes
you
over
leave the
in,
popsicle with me?
what you call it, Sonic Adventure.
You can go have your little fight with Terra. You can't.
At least Sonic Adventure has an excuse.
Who are you?
He's got Greg.
You think you two
You remember
got
this
some
guy, right?
grand role to play?
I'm not actually watching the stream. Hang on.
You're only here so that when I finish you off,
there we go.
Terra will succumb to the darkness.
Yeah, you remember that guy, right?
So,
The one with the one with the scar.
Shut up!
Oh, so this kiddo thinks he's a full-fledged Keyblade wielder.
We fought him as
He's
Terra.
got the angry look down.
Go ahead if you want to waste your time. Keep
He was
trying
in
to drive this
Radiant
apart with your
Garden.
mind games.
Yes,
It'll never
I
work.
remember that guy.
And meanwhile, Aqua's just gonna leave Ven frozen to go fight against this guy by himself while Ven lays defenseless.
Terra will prove to you he's stronger!
Some friend you are. Because it's not like he can't help out or anything.
I keep forgetting don't mess with Keyblade wielders. But you know what? That just means
We will
I
be
made
playing
the
that
right
boss
choice.
fight in Aqua's campaign.
Well, he wanted me to buy time, and I'd say he got it.
Ven!
Oh right, you forgot to unfroze him. Seriously, Aqua, are you that brain dead? I'm guessing she is, cause she dead. Or rather, she's not dead. Okay, notice that Vanitas is right over her chest in this cutscene and about to stab her. Guess where he's gonna be when Ven gets up?
Somewhere else?
No!
Right at her legs. Because that makes total sense. And is totally not a failure in cutscene animation. So both of Ven's final battles in this are going to be against this dingus we fought against. And it's a grand total of, what, one time I'm in his campaign? And he's supposed to be Ven's arch nemesis.
That's, okay.
We're just going in circles. 'Cause this is totally a thing that can happen. Hold on a sec. Okay, that's enough.
Gotcha!
And you know, I could totally... And you know what I can do? Who to break this fight? This.
Bring it! Come on! Bring it!
And he is utterly decimated. That's Ven's best shot lock multi-vortex.
You've done it, Ventus.
Ven, while he's vulnerable, stab him in the face.
Now that my body is about to perish,
Stab him in the
you and
face,
I
Ven.
will have
Come
to
on.
join together.
Uh-oh.
The Keyblade will be forged.
And Ven allows himself to get pinned. By floods.
The Unversed come from you?
That's the name of the of the
It
littlest
happened when you
Unverse.
and I were split into two. The
Yes, the
negativity
Unverse
took
come
shape
from
as
this
these monsters.
dingus.
They are what I feel. A horde
What a
of
twist,
fledgling
am I right?
emotions under my control. I released them in all the worlds I could,
I have not been following the
hoping
plot
to
of this
lure
game,
you
so I
away
have
from
no
home
comment.
and isolate you from your master.
Basically,
I have
we needed to
tried.
make
I have
you
actively
stronger.
tried to follow this plot.
The Unversed were the
but
perfect
you
opponents.
were like, nope, I give up.
And better yet, no matter how
There-
many times you defeat
It is
them,
slightly
their
expanded
negativity
upon in the
flows
light
right
novel
back
to
into
this
me.
game in regarding Vanita.
You
Is this
never
connection with
stood
the
a chance
Unversed,
against
but
us, Ventus.
we don't get to see that in gameplay. He just walks up and they're merged. Whee! What did they do this time?
I was shooting at him and a fucking rope got me.
Ouch. Meanwhile...
There we go.
Meanwhile, Master Xehanort's like, hey, look over there.
That went right through the space where that guy's head was. And it just...
And inside of Ven's heart, he and Vanitas are going to be duking it out. And basically the Unversed are, every time someone kills an Unversed in Birth by Sleep, their pain transfers over to Vanitas. So he feels everything.
We can complete the Keyblade. I've got a better idea. How about I destroy you both?
I don't know. I don't think that's ever a thing in this series.
The Keyblade is made of your heart too. If you destroy it,
game,
your
man.
heart will vanish forever. Whatever it takes. Anything to save Terra and Aqua. It's always about your friends, isn't it? At least I have some. Become a part of their heart, just as they become a part of mine. My friends are my power.
Ben just did an epic roast on Vanitas. It's like, it's always about your friends, huh? At least I have some. Ouch.
Okay, nice going there, Ubisoft. This is one of their better program games, too.
Show me anguish. Suffer.
Oh, come on! Of course, I level up in the middle of this boss fight.
What's yours? Show me
And now we get this bit. Well, we're forced into a D-Link with Vanitas, and, well...
Come on! Bring it! Come on!
We gotta damage him.
Bring it! Come on! Bring it!
Unfortunately, we don't have any cure commands. So if he kills us here, we're done. We gotta do the fight again. Yep, just like that.
There we go, and I sniped that guy.
Oh, come on!
Through a fucking smoke cloud.
We gotta do all that again because I didn't press retry, I pressed continue.
Oh, brilliant.
Because that's something I wanted to do in my session. Skip a whole bunch of cutscenes that we already saw. Alright, round 2.
And now we can take 5.
Gotcha. Pathetic. Too slow.
I love how he tries to get behind me, but then I do reversal and he's like, no, you!
Too slow. Too slow. Gotcha.
You know, I'm genuinely surprised you tried to follow the plot of a Kingdom Hearts game, because trust me, if you think the plot of this game is baffling, just wait till we get to Kingdom Hearts 2. Because that's where everything starts to be stupid.
Okay, so Aiden is saying is like, oh my god, I killed all of them. That's not me, is it? I have literally been killing bad guys.
Meanwhile, my dog's barking in the background.
What's yours is mine!
Bring it! Come on!
Playtime's over.
Not even gonna bother wasting time, just multi-vortex. Next first phase, just get to the second phase.
Come on! Bring it! Come on! Bring it!
Darkness, wait.
Come on! Bring it!
There's no escape.
It's over!
Darkness, wait. There's no escape.
See ya. Bring it. Come on. Bring it.
There's no escape.
Oh, come on, game.
Why is this cutscene such low?
Let's press retry and try this again.
And why did it just change time? But the resolution...
Forge the Keyblade!
Bring it. Come on.
Playtime's over.
That was a transition from...
Bring it.
Show me anguish.
Bring it. Come on.
Join now with your better half.
So yeah, we gotta do a bunch of Dragon Ball Z beam struggles with him. Please don't miss. Because this can't actually miss.
Why?
And we're done with Ven's campaign. Oh, and by the way, you know how we had to fight this guy a grand total of 3 times as Ven?
We're gonna have to fight him more later.
As Aqua, we gotta fight him 3 more times. I want the Keyblade. I'm going slow now. And after that battle, Ven's heart ends up kind of, you know... what's the phrase I'm looking for? It kind of goes to sleep.
I'm the guy with a gun, so fuck you. Oh, you're a gun too.
So Ven's conclusion is that he ends up going sleepy by nappy time. And Terra's, as he gets his body stolen by Isaiah Nort. Or can you imagine what Aqua's conclusion is? Oh, come on! I just have to be reminded that I gotta do dramatic reading. You know,
You guys, I stopped the criminal guys. You don't have to What isn't right? I didn't kill him. I just jumped on his back.
And apparently Mickey found us floating in space.
Oh boy! It's just like the ending of Alien Isolation! Except this time we'll actually have a resolution to the fucking dumbass cliffhanger, bitch!
The resolution...
Disney's never gonna have a resolution to the cliffhanger in that stupid fucking alien thing! You think you can compete with the horror that is Disney Star Wars? Think again, Fox!
I've been here. So warm. I remember now. This is your
Did you like
heart.
my little riff there?
Yes. That was kind of funny. Okay, so... Yeah. Just gonna make a complete save file for Ven, so that...
Excuse me, fuck you. This guy was trying to push me out of my own lane.
I am fine with some content not being available to me immediately because I still have one more campaign to do.
I'm now driving as irresponsibly as the people who passed me on the way to work.
Yes, I would like to skip the introduction because we don't need it.
Yes, I am totally implying that the people who passed me on the way to work are secretly GTA players.
Considering how people like to drive nowadays, I can totally buy that.
Yeah.
So, we have finished Terra Ventus, and now we are going to Aqua. She is a total glass she has more magic than she does strength or defense, so imagine my surprise when we go to a world where there is a bunch of enemies already going to attack her. And she doesn't have much in terms of magic stuff.
How did he spot me through the fucking Yo, bitch. Motherfucker. I want to know something about you. Are you from the planet Krypton? Are you from the planet Krypton, motherfucker? No, don't walk away from me.
And to think the Suicide Squad has to kill the Justice League in the upcoming Rocksteady Suicide Squad game.
Boy, you dumbass.
What are you, Jai Courtney now?
Freeze!
How did you see me through that solid fucking wall? How did you see me through a solid wall? I want you to answer that.
And it's like early game for Aqua does not fare well, but end game she alongside Ventus could tear this game in a new one. Gonna skip this because we've already seen it at once.
And in so much as you are now Keyblade Master, you must always be conscious of...
I wish we got to see the rest of this conversation. Ericus's Skype...
What is that?
Skype is going off.
What happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
Why isn't Ven here?
Because he's
Very
dealing
well,
with an intruder in his
I
room.
will send my pupils to investigate. Yes, I understand.
Because apparently his first thought when an intruder just suddenly comes into his room is to immediately question why Terra why he would not be able to see Terra again instead of, who are you, what are you doing in my room, and can you just get out?
But he still keeps a close eye on the tides of light and darkness. His counsel serves as signposts on the road we wielders of the Keyblade must walk.
Oh, and by the way,
then for concern,
if
for he tells me the
in case you're
princesses of Honor are in
wondering,
danger,
Aqua is definitely going to feel like a third wheel in this plot.
Also from a new threat, one that feeds on
Take
negativity.
a wild guess why.
Fledgling emotions that have taken monster
Let's
form.
see,
Yen Sid calls them
everybody
the
else
Unversed.
through with the main characters than he does.
As leaders of the Keyblade, you are tasked with striking down any who would upset the balance of light and darkness.
Probably, and plus the fact that Xehanort doesn't even care about doing anything with
Master
her.
Xehanort, but my
Or
repeated
he's
attempts
like-
to reach him have failed.
Vidius is like, what about the third one, the lady, and then Xehanort's like, what about her?
Is gone.
Oh yeah, could you be more obvious about that, Aiden?
Oh,
So
and
here we
Aqua
are.
has probably the
I
most
need you
versatile
two to get
block
this situation under
animation
control.
in
Eliminate the Unversed
this whole game.
and find Master Xehanort.
So that's
I
one
have unlocked the
positive
lanes
going in her
between.
favor.
You may use these forbidden pathways to travel between this world and countless others. The darkness looms closer than usual within these spaces, but your armor will protect you. Lastly, remember that order must be kept. You cannot tell
The only reason I
anyone there
didn't,
are other worlds.
I didn't decide to skip the cutscenes because there was some
Go
bit
and fulfill your duty.
that was
Yes, Master.
that was in the beginning of it.
Terra, consider this an opportunity, a second chance for you to change my mind.
A second chance that he will
You
royally
must
botch
know.
up.
I care for you like my own son. If I could have my way, I would name you Master in a second. But how can I? When you
How
are
did we
so obsessed
get a
with
hold of
power.
that?
When you are so obsessed with
Terra.
power. Oh, you would know something
You
about
mustn't
that,
be afraid of
Master
losing.
Ericus. After all, you had to deal with a
Fear
man who
leads to
had
obsession with power.
unlimited
An obsession
power in
beckons the
one
dark.
lifetime.
You must never forget.
Yeah, but
Thank
then
you,
again, he
Master.
never actually fought him.
I swear, I will not fail you again.
He will proceed to fail him again.
Master, I best be on my way.
I have the flattest line delivery out of everybody, and I will
Wait,
not be
Aqua.
improving over the course
Before
of these
you
games
depart,
that I'm in.
I have one other, well, call it a request. The
Like,
utmost
seriously,
priority.
Willa Holland
Yeah?
is the weakest.
I told Terra
of the
this would be a
main
second
three
chance to
actors,
show the mark
because at least Jason Doring
Meant it.
improves over time,
that flicker of
as seen
darkness
in
displayed during the
0.2, A
examination.
Fragmentary Passage.
sense
My
it runs
God, that
very
game has an absurdly long
If he
title.
were to-
That is a
If
terrible
those
name.
powers were to
It
prove too much
is.
for him to handle,
It
I want
really
you to bring them back to
is.
me at once. It's
And at
for
the
his
very
own
least,
good.
Up with that.
I could not bear to lose any of
Tetsuya
you to the
Nomura?
darkness.
Of course.
Okay, Nomura,
I would
you
never
need to
let
go to
that
naming
happen.
school because that is
I
a terrible
promise you,
name.
I will bring Terra back.
Worse than
Only this
358
time,
days
you'll
over
see
2?
He has what it takes to be
That's
a
at
master.
least punchy.
Or worse than A Chain of Memories, or Recoded, or Dream
He's not as
Drop
weak as you
Distance.
think.
That's not necessarily... Those aren't necessarily bad titles. Some of those are just fucking word salad.
And can I tell you something even worse about this game's narrative? And I don't mean Birth by Sleep, I mean the overall narrative of Kingdom Hearts. The mobile game Union Cross is canon to this game, to the game's plot.
Okay?
So the Keyblade Wars were fought by a group of weirdos on the internet, as opposed to, you know, an epic confrontation between Keyblade wielders. And the masters of said Keyblade wielders were basically playing a game of Among Us.
Wait, Ben!
No, he mustn't.
I love how I could basically abridge the weirdest parts of this franchise with other
You have to bring him back.
games where it
Don't
just ends up
worry,
making
Master.
sense. And now Aqua's armor. Lo and behold. Look at that. Oh, and then there's her Keyblade glider.
Okay, that looks like a character from Garo.
Thank you for giving me this redundant explanation that you've given me in the other 2 campaigns game. Why is that world the first world we go to? I hate it. Thanks, Aqua. I hate your campaign already. And just to pour more salt into the wounds, command board. Yay! Because remember that one-shot lock we gotta get.
Let's play Discount Mario Kart.
Because that's always fun.
My turn. There. That's the way.
You know, I'm fairly certain that Willa Holland could probably act in Arrow.
Ready?
But I don't like her in this game. She sounds so flat and lifeless.
Thank you. All right.
Is that what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm like, thanks, game. I hate it.
That's the way.
Well, at least I could land on the Ragnarok. Space. Let's see. Strike Raid. Blizzard. Confuse. Yeah, Aqua doesn't really have much use for a lot of physical commands. She's as I pointed out, a magic type person.
That's the way.
And now we've got Ragnarok. Oh, and we've also got Cure.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, isn't a default command in this game.
Thank you.
You know, the thing is people would probably ask me, like, okay, what about, probably ask me, since I have such a negative opinion on Willa Holland and Jason Doring in this game, what about Jesse McCartney? I'm like, he's actually, you know,
nice.
he's actually, you know, gotten pretty good as a voice actor. Or if you've seen Young Justice, you would understand what I mean.
Nice.
Alex, what am I gonna have to do to get you into Young Justice?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And recently, I have also started playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and
There we
well,
go.
it's already funnier than this game, I'll say. People hate it for the anime-esque aesthetics, and I'm just like, I fail to see any actual problem here.
That's the way.
Check this out.
So, you know what Aqua's plot is in this game? She's the janitor that cleans up after Ven and Terra.
Nice.
She's like, I have to do everything around here.
All right.
Just cleaned up.
I just cleaned up this mess and we keep it clean for 10 minutes.
There we go.
I can totally picture her ranting at the two of them like that.
Here goes.
Okay, so... So, you know, part of every time I think about the fact that we've now gotten you to watch Berserk, I'm like, oh geez, what's he gonna think about the eclipse? Like, the event that basically he got people all to get really invested in Berserk.
Nice.
Basically, imagine the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. Only.
Thank you.
But you do know what happens in the Red Wedding, correct?
Nice.
I don't think I finished the first book.
You want me to spoil it for you?
One of these days I'm gonna go back.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, so...
All I know is that
That's
I
the
was
way.
really disappointed by how they ended this series. Jon Snow was my favorite character.
Jon
Nice.
Snow's a mopey idiot who knows nothing. You know nothing.
He abandoned his dog. He abandoned his buddy.
And John Wick would be like, how dare you? So if the indication, if the fact that Aqua's first world is Cinderella is a clear indication that I don't like her campaign and isn't painfully obvious, oh boy.
Okay, this is bad game.
That's the way.
I have gone past a point of no return in cameras. The only thing I can do is get a game over. Yeah, the only thing I can do is get a game over and reset right now.
So the only option is failure.
Basically, I moved past the point of no return when I was trying to get this shit figured out.
How strange.
Select,
Anyway, so like I said, Aqua's campaign kind of feels like she's a third wheel in the overall narrative of Birth by Sleep. It's like she's there just to be there.
All right.
Not really, because at least Tails did something.
There we go.
Aqua, meanwhile, just plays the role of janitor, and, well...
There.
Let's just say things don't go well for her, either. Because, trust me, as we've established earlier, bad things do happen to these people. Well, you kind of feel sorry for them, but sometimes it just feels like, you know what, they kind of deserved it because they're stupid. I mean, I like Ven's character, but I'm obviously gonna call him out when he does something stupid.
There we go.
And you know, the thing is, that whole bit in the Keyblade Graveyard, they could have all avoided it had they just been like, okay, and after the moment they met up, just to make sure everybody's okay, they agreed, let's leave and not speak of this again. And Xehanort would be like, huh, where is everybody? And sometimes whenever me and Mom end up watching like an anime or a TV show, I often ask her like what's her favorite sounding voice in the show and whatnot. And sometimes she gives me some interesting responses.
There we
probably
go.
her favorite sounding voice in like
That's the way.
I'm trying to think. In a couple shows with John Swayze has been John Swayze.
Yeah.
Do you think that makes sense?
Oh, sorry, I was trying to...
Never mind. I forget what I said. Anyway.
Alright.
So, I think probably my favorite sounding voice in this game is always just going to be like Leonard Nimoy. Probably just because, you know, he's having a gay old time in this game. No, I'm not rock stupid.
Thank you. Nice.
And to think I gotta say that it was interesting hearing that Leonard Nimoy was initially going to retire after voicing Xehanort in this game. But then he's like, you know, I could actually make something of this whole voice actor gig.
Yeah. And he started being voice actor back in, what, the 80s?
Yeah, he was a voice actor back in the 80s, still kind of a celebrity for a while, and then he stopped doing, like, actual on-camera stuff. Up and just went to voiceover.
Alright!
He returned to Transformers.
As Sentinel Prime. Which honestly I have to say is probably one of his better performances. Oh, Van. You're so stupid.
No!
Wah, 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 wah. Or as
Nice.
Ike once said, you'll get no sympathy from me.
That's the way.
He's one of my favorite characters to play as in Smash Brothers. You know, a Fire Emblem guy with big sword.
Yep.
Looks like guts.
Nice.
And we're done with Command Board. We never have to see this again.
Piece of cake.
Isn't that... Shouldn't we be rejoicing?
I'd say so, yes.
Let's see. Cure... I can't meld anything. Why does this game assume that I can? I don't want to go into this world. I really don't. Maybe I should just circle around it, you know? So that way I don't have to go listen to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo more than I have to. I'm guessing I have to, don't I?
Yes.
Alright, let's go. It's Cinderella world. For those just tuning in, once we get to actually playing in Castle of Dreams, you will see what I mean by the terrible, terrible music. Not that Yoko Shimomura is a bad composer, but...
Mademoiselle! Senorita! Wait!
Senorita? Oh,
Aqua!
Do people in this world speak Spanish?
You know, speaking of
Terra,
which, have you heard that
Ven
song,
ran away
Senorita?
from home.
No, but I've heard
Okay.
I think he left to go
Cherie.
find you. Do you have any idea why?
No.
Michael Polnareff.
Okay.
Actually, just before I left, he tried to tell me something. I should have listened to what he had to say.
Oh. So, did you manage to locate Master Xehanort?
No, but it seems he's
so
looking
it's a
for
song
pure
by
hearts
Shawn
filled
Mendes
with
and
light.
Camilo Cabello.
Pure hearts. Filled with light.
All I can tell you is that his search
Interesting.
hasn't taken him here.
And it's
All
apparently...
I'll stay and see if I can find more clues.
Okay. The prince is in the ballroom ahead.
Yeah,
He
my
might have some answers.
parents are talking about the new
Thanks.
pup.
Aqua,
It's just... It's really
you still have the same dream?
kind of strange because
Well, yes.
the chorus is...
There's
I
this
love
girl
it when
here.
you call me Senorita,
Her name
and
is Cinderella.
Shawn Mendes
She made me
and
realize how
Camilo
powerful
Cabello
it is just to believe.
both sing that line.
No matter how impossible
which
things seem,
is strange.
a powerful
to me.
enough dream will always be enough to light the darkness.
Wow, this is a terrible car for a getaway.
If you see her, give her my thanks.
Well,
Will
but
do.
I unlocked the new car. That's a good thing.
He'll be alright. He won't give in to it.
He'll proceed to give in to it. I don't like this music. Can it go away, please?
Sorry, that's not my fault.
Oh, and yes, that's her dodge animation. Evidently, I had to be subjected to the lyrics of this world music. Did you ever see Disney's Cinderella?
No.
Well, let's just say it was a pretty okay movie, but...
I do know that they redrew the entire
Who
film
are those ladies?
digitally and made it look like absolute trash.
If I recall correctly,
Really?
it is Lady Tremaine,
Yeah.
and those are her daughters.
On the Blu-ray release?
There was something
Apparently, yeah.
very wrong
Why would
about
they
them.
do that?
You came
That's
back.
a damn good question.
Oh,
Well,
hi,
the reason
Mr.
was-
Oh,
My
hi,
Apologies,
Prince.
I was mistaken.
Who, by the way, in
Well,
Cinderella
yes,
3
I
is an
found this on the
absolute
palace
bad
stairs.
lad. Have you seen the scene
One
where
dropped by a lovely young
he's
lady,
told by
and
this
I'll
guy
search far and
not to go
wide to
after
find
her,
the
and he
maiden
just
to whom
jumps
this
right out
belongs.
the friggin' window?
Of course I.
Okay.
After all, you finally found someone who you wish to marry. Upon hearing that happy news, your father...
That has to be one
has
of the
decreed
best
that the
bits
quest
in that
shall begin
movie.
immediately
I actually
throughout
own
the
it.
kingdom. And
And-
I will start with the
I've
closest
heard that's a
residents.
good movie.
It is! It's a surprisingly good Disney sequel.
Better than the second
Lady
one.
Tremaine.
Yes, because the second
I've
one
never heard
is
of it.
literally a Belle's Magical World, but Cinderella, because they were going to make a TV series out of this. But
How do you make? You can't make a TV series out of that story. It's not long enough.
try asking the same question to the Little Mermaid and Aladdin.
And Hercules.
And as you notice, Aqua is kind of, lacking in the strength department. She's 18.
Why would a noodly armed teenage girl have any weaknesses? Shocked that you can't deadlift 10,000 pounds.
I love how it's like I first say that she's you say that she's a teenager, and I'm like he's 18, and you're like, yes, she's a teenager. Worst part is Terra's supposed to be the adult, and yet she's the only one with an actual set of brain cells.
Freeze! Thunder!
Yes, Aqua's blocking is literally her putting up a barrier. Which, by the way, covers every area on her. It's basically all-encompassing. So... Oh, you can't get the drop on her.
Thunder! Freeze!
And of course, this world has some pretty powerful enemies in it, thus making grinding a bit of a chore. I want to beef up this spellcaster, but the world that I'm in kind of makes it difficult. Because, you know, scaling the difficulty, what's that? What is this, Sonic 06? Because remember with, the fact that Kingdom Valley, one of the hardest levels in that game is Shadow's second level? Like, no joke, that... Oh, after going through White Acropolis, Shadow's second level is Kingdom Valley, which is one of the hardest levels in the game if you've played Sonic and Silver's campaign prior. The grunt work is okay. Hey, I'll give her that much. Like, that's probably the most emotion you're gonna hear out of Aqua in this game. What do you think of her design?
It's alright. Not the most practical ever.
What's the most impractical you've seen in this game?
I don't know what it's.
What, Terra's design? I'm with that doofy hair.
That's pretty damn close, yeah.
Or Ven's design with the cowlick. Which, by the way, in Kingdom Hearts 2... Oh, you'll be really confused, especially with knowledge of this game's existence. Then again, Kingdom Hearts isn't known for making sense.
Freeze! Heal! Thunder!
If you catch my meaning.
Yeah. I got it.
Like, everybody knows this series as something of a mess. So in Kingdom Hearts 2, there's this character named Roxas, whom you play as for the entire beginning of that game. And we're told that he is Sora's quote-unquote nobody, as in basically what happens to your body after your heart leaves you. And everybody, including myself, is like, but he looks nothing like Sora. find out that through Birth by Sleep that the reason why that is because of where Ven's heart ended up going. Which you'll see by the end of this game. Oh, and also, Kingdom Hearts 1 actually had a plot that, for a while, actually made a lot of sense, which was the Disney villains got together, or to have some kind of plot to basically take over the other Disney worlds, and it's up to the original character, Sora, to help save the day. Yeah. So basically, it's good. It gets weird by the end of the game, but that's kind of the point where I would expect some weirdness. Not like at the beginning of the game. You know, I look through my story and I'm like, why is it that I can write tense here, but and some of my old stuff, and I'm like, why is it that I can write tense here, but I've somehow forgotten how to do that at there? It's like that Spider-Man meme where he's like, hold up a sec, how do I shoot web? Like, no joke. That is literally how I feel right now when I go back to read one of my other stories that I'm working on, and I'm like, how is it that I'm writing tense here? How did I forget to write tense? And when I was doing it well here. You know, I sometimes think that, I know it's a little, I know the Wolverine thing's a little short, but like I said, that's I know, but part of my thinking is like, okay, this isn't gonna really be like a long origin story. Hey, this is kind of gonna be one of those, like, short explanation plots. Because god dang it. Luckily, at the very least, I know how to play Aqua in this game. It is. Maybe perhaps he wants Shiro's strong hands. Remember from Limited Blade Works Bridge? Oh, and if for some reason someone would suggest that Will Holland gets better in later entries in the series, I wish she did. Because Aqua... Aqua is the star of that, Birth by Sleep weirdness. This that we get in, that more as like a tech demo for Kingdom Hearts 3, which, by the way, gameplay-wise, that and 3 plays way better than this game. Oh jeez, I'm getting ganged up on. Heal. Oh, and Kingdom Hearts 1 rewards you with experience for parrying and attacking enemies with their weaknesses. Who are you? And how do you know my name? Take a wild guess what game I just pulled that reference out of.
That's almost sounds like a Solid Snake impression, so Metal Gear game?
Nope, it's Sonic 06.
Ah, Shadow.
Who are you? And how do you know my name?
Yeah, my Shadow and my Snake are very similar as well.
Because your headcanon voice for Shadow is David Hayter.
Thunder!
Who has time-stopping powers?
Bright red.
Isn't it more dark red, though?
That depends on what you're talking about.
Shadow has dark red hair. Dark red also dark red along with his black quills.
Like I said, it depends on the medium.
So, are you familiar with Sonic Rush Adventure?
Yes.
Did you know that there's a character in that game everybody, including one member of the main cast, despises?
Who is it?
Marine the Raccoon.
I did not know that was what game she was from.
Basically, Marine is kind of stupid. And sadly, Styx is actually, it makes Styx look, she makes Styx look intelligent. And Styx is already a conspiracy theorist. Well, at least Ben has a healing spell on his dealing. I was worried that for a second there I was gonna have to, in leveling his dealing, and worry about out healing myself. Oh, and Ben's visit to this world was basically him helping build the dress at the beginning of the Cinderella movie. Terra's bit was the stuff in the middle of the movie.
So there's a shutdown of gameplay
why is that a thing?
Who
would want to do that with Princess Peach?
It was available. Game allows Princess Peach to have sex with the uncorrected device. Mario and these like the good button for a variety of the costumes.
Yeah, I'm not glad that.
I would do anything for
I swear to God, I'm actually glad that Nintendo shut down that one as opposed to Pokemon Uranium and another AMR2, another Metroid 2 remake. Which, by the way, if you have the specs on your PC to play it, I can give you the download file to go play that game.
You would have it. I may not
Latest version, basically, they're still updating the game as it's going, and I'm just like, wow.
Nice.
People are dedicated to this game. I am.
Like the Super Mario 64.
Which I did point out that we no longer have So Long King Bowser, or as many people call it, So Long Gay Bowser in Mario 64 Remastered, released on Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yeah, that uses the Shindo version, which is the one that supports the normal pack, and also has the newest activity.
Why does Mario... And they use the bye-bye that's used in the 3DS, or in the DS port of the game. It was the sound.
I think that was originally in
okay.
Which is why it made it into Super Mario 64 DS.
Huh. The more you know. Now the plot wants me to go up to Lady Tremaine's house and go punch her in the noggin. Or in Aqua's case, just smack her right in the face with a pimp slap.
Wants you to fuck her right in the pussy.
I swear to God, that guy. That guy.
Quite so.
That.
May I present
that
my
guy.
daughters, Grisella and Anastasia.
I know it was.
As I feared,
I know you told me that it was scripted.
Okay, the famous one with the guy who
Aqua, you would be doing us a favor by whacking Lady Tremaine in the face with that Keyblade.
Yeah,
God dang it, Fairy Godmother, why are you here?
I appear to those who believe that dreams come true.
Then I'm honored.
Ones with the guy who
why
has
would you advise me not to
stuff,
fight darkness with light?
That was scripted. Other
Strong
people have
rays of
actually
sun
done
create
that
dark shadows.
in
Sadly,
real life.
Lady Tremaine and
then
both her daughters are jealous of Cinderella's charm and beauty, qualities that appear to you as light.
And the ginger-haired one of the evil stepsisters is actually the nice one.
You can't have one without the other.
As we find out in the third Cinderella movie and in Ever After.
It's quite simple, dear. One of Cinderella's friends is trying very hard to keep her light from fading. I want you to join little Jack and help him.
I can do that.
Based on
It is my magic to help, Jacques. Come back and see me
Come over
when you're
here.
ready.
Come over here and look at this, Kevin. Kevin, I need you to look at this. I desperately need you to look at this shit.
What am I looking at right now?
Are you staring at the same thing I am?
Yes. What am I supposed to be looking at?
Just look at that. Look at what I'm pointing at.
Okay, the computer screen. Alright, so...
Dear fucking God.
That is ancient!
Why did they haul a CRT monitor out here?
That is ancient. That is old as dirt.
For the love of God, man, I had one of these when I was a kid.
Same!
There's another one! Who is right? And it doesn't have any wires connected to it. Who just put it out there? Who put that out there?
This is beautiful.
This game is not that old, man. This game is not old enough that they should have been using stuff like that. Oh, hey, I actually have one of these at home.
Okay. Okay, so... my lips were a little dry. So...
Didn't have to use a CRT monitor. Literally any VGA monitor that has ever existed. Not like those
So, who out of the Berserk cast would you say has your favorite sounding voice? Mark Drayson is the guy's name. He's also 4Kids Zoro, and he's done quite a few other voices in Pokemon, as well as in the 4Kids Ninja Turtle series. And he's also in LA dubs. He's also voiced Tokiomi Tosaka in Fate Zero. And he's also Akihiko. He's also Akihiko Kayaba in Sword Art Online.
Are you serious? This guy is seriously why did he keep doing that?
Hey, to be fair, you tried long-ranging a spider with a shotgun.
I think that was all I had left, though.
Still, though, you tried long-ranging a spider with a shotgun when a pistol would have sufficed.
That's a
okay, now Aqua's starting to kill more things. Which is good. Which is good because I kind of worry about her, which is not something I should be doing for a Keyblade Master. So, anyway. So anyway, and in terms of
put a bullet through the motherboard.
And you know, the funny thing is for a while,
you guys stole a fire truck.
For a while, Mark Drayson had a bit of a stiff-sounding voice in the '97 anime, and probably the best-sounding voice, and the best in terms of like actually giving the solid performance ended up being like Casca, as English voice actress Carrie Kernan.
Out of my way.
I don't understand why she does that weird flippy-do thing that you see her do with her third hit. But then again, as I've learned from our commentary of Highlander, every single bit of acrobatics that's done in fiction is completely and totally necessary.
Yes.
And the one who seemed to sound the most stiff for a while was Kevin T. Collins as Griffith, and yet he's still probably the best voice of character. And thing is, Griffith's whole speech about wanting to have his own kingdom is in the Black Swordsman arc, the first arc of the manga. And in the 97 anime, they moved it to a random battle that Guts was having as a member of the Band of the Hawk. And essentially they were doing that while also going through bits of Guts' childhood, while completely omitting the whole completely omitting certain facts like Gambino giving him his scar when he was like 6, and not when he's and not when he's like 11 or 12. And I'm just thinking...
It's only a fire truck, it's not that fast.
Fire truck!
I could just drive there. If I could suck slightly less than
But we both know, because of how this game works, that isn't gonna happen.
I mean, this is at least partially my fault.
So... anyway... And any thoughts on Nosferatu Zod?
Well, don't kneel before Zod, never.
Funny thing is that, like, in the manga for a while, Zod kind of basically ends up being a bit of a rival for Guts. Which I'm like, oh, neat. So that means we're going to be seeing this guy quite a bit. And we do. It's just a lot of later arcs in Berserk are kind of have to move between two different casts of character. Or it's just because of how the plot wishes to structure itself. Yes, it's like Star Wars, and yet it still ends up maintaining a level of quality just because of who's involved in both sets of casts.
Call it a fucking high-speed chase. That's not a high-speed chase. It's like a slow-speed chase.
This is like them trying to catch a snail who committed a bank robbery, and they're like, should we arrest him? No, let's just humor him for a bit. That's basically what this is. You know, I wasn't sure if I already had said this, but basically, Mom was asking, why is Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo playing in the background? And I'm like, much to my annoyance, it's this world's music. And then she had to add lyrics, as in the actual song lyrics from the movie. Because she and I are both very fond of the Cinderella movie. Though honestly, Ever After is a much better Cinderella story.
Yeah, I have heard that the original Disney movie is kind of filler-y.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Like, it has way too many characters to focus on. Most people say, like, the live action handles that a little better by giving it a bit more focus on who's supposed to be important, but the problem with that is how it characterizes its lead. Because the lead seems a little too passive for someone who's been under the roof of an abusive stepmother and stepsisters. And You know what's the damage they did? You know what's the most damage they end up doing to the dress that she initially made?
They get a little bit of dirt on it.
No, they just tug and they just tear a bit at the sleeve. Or that.
So something that a seamstress like Cinderella could fix.
Yes. It's not like the damage that was done in the original movie, where they just basically went at it and non-stop. I'm like, holy crap. Oh, and also Ever After has Angelica Houston as the evil stepmother. Like, how do you go wrong with that? The simple answer, you don't, because it's Morticia Addams from the Addams Family movies. Oh, and it does have some of that Princess Bride cheese in there, or that I've come to enjoy. Like, seriously, between those two cheesy movies, I'm like, I don't know which one I actually enjoy. I better. Anyway, let's see. Mill, cure, and...
Let's see here. Third trophy. Who is Raymond Kenny?
No, Shimmering Crystal is how I get Cure Boost. I do apologize for excessive grinding on my part, but I want to beef this girl up. Suddenly the Unversed looks through the holes in the door. Oh, and I notice your thing's being stopped recording.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm still doing right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are not looking at a...
Thank God. Because then I'd have to say, you know what, just put it in Spider-Man. Should we call your playthrough of Spider-Man Spider Memes?
Spectacular, spectacular Spider-Man.
Which, by the way, that is a difficulty mode in the Spider-Man game. No, spectacular. Which I'm like, that is a stroke of brilliance. And you know, the funny thing is, like, you know that guy I mentioned, Birdman, who basically says that Resident Evil wasn't really like Resident Evil 4 wasn't really a Resident Evil game. So he does live streams of like a bunch of games, including the Spider-Man game and the recently released Avengers game, as well as Last of Us 2. It'll just kind of you know, do like a lot of the modern stuff, and he does criticize a lot of the aspects on some of these things, especially given the ones that are pretty bad. The everything wrong with such and such, he's one of the people that criticizes Cinema Sins and stuff. My game isn't having a seizure. Or that's Terra's finisher. Or rather, Terra's D-Link finisher.
Apparently teleporting. Still holding. put that way.
You know, the funny thing is, like the boss of this world, oh, that Aqua fights again, and which is the coach, the carriage boss that we fight in the Mirage Arena. For whatever reason, we get the counter or attack. We get a counter attack prompt in that fight, but we don't get the counter attack at command from that fight. And I'm like, why? Don't you think that would be a tad bit useful? Especially for someone as physically frail as Aqua.
How to get to where I needed to go from where I was.
Pity. No, that's the wrong way. Hang on. You know, I look back onto the video of me getting so mad at just like what happened with the lasers in Resident Evil 5, and now I'm like in hindsight, I might have overreacted. I know, dumb thing for me to say. Hey, now. They're like, oh, now you think you overreacted. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, wouldn't you, if you looked at this footage, wouldn't you think that?
Yeah, maybe. The Ella Urge
Yeah, I'm a little bummed out. But hey, at least I know it exists. So it's gotta be somewhere. Did you know that the 3DS is no longer doing anything?
No.
I think, which means I may have to go to like a game exchange or something to get a new one because my regular 3DS stopped recharging in its battery a while ago. Even though I've done nothing to mangle up the charging ports.
Probably want to get a new charger anyways, because it might just be a short time.
Alright. I may have to look on the Amazon to see if they have new batteries for the 3DS, or look on like what type of batteries it takes. Because that may just be what I have to do. Something like this did also happen to my Game Boy SP with me a long time ago. Oh, I replaced the battery, but it wouldn't charge after a while. So... So have you ever... So what Pokemon games do you have under your belt?
Red, yellow, and that's it. If you want to know how many I own, there's quite a significant amount.
Oh dear. Let let me just say that every Pokemon generation after 1 is much better in every way.
Are you sure? Because
it's not as broken.
Well, I've tried some of the DS games, and they just seem like the exact type of stuff.
Better graphics, better gameplay mechanics, and overall a better experience. Because you can't just... Because... And here's the thing, Alex. Yes, Pokemon does get better up until, like, Gen 4 and 5, because that's around where it kind of peaked in my eyes.
I like games.
But then... And honestly, my all-time favorite Pokemon game is Platinum, which is the way I would recommend playing Generation 4, because Diamond and Pearl kind of feels a little incomplete.
I have Pearl, I have Platinum.
Play Platinum, it's great.
Okay.
Oh, and also the Generation 3 remakes of Generation 1 are definitely a game that you want to play, which is Fire Red, Leaf Green.
I haven't played some GBA games. I never played like
Emerald is also the definitive experience for Gen 3.
But I was not really
Yeah, Black and White definitely made Pokemon more a very impressive experience. Because it does reuse some of the graphic. It does take some of the graphic fidelity from Platinum and then just kind of, ups a bit of the ante, if that makes any sense. Because this was back when Pokemon used to actually try. Because nowadays, they won't even do that.
One of the things that I noticed about Pokemon until Black and White was that the graphics never really improved beyond what they were on the Game Boy Color. Because they were like, better details and stuff, but they were still images.
Right. I'm not gonna argue with that, but the thing is, that was kind of like... And they did animate the sprites like they did in Pokemon Crystal and Emerald going onwards. And, Pokemon on Black and White actually animated the sprite. Actually fully animated the sprites.
Cool.
Graphically, not much changes, but gameplay... Graphically, not much changes, but gameplay-wise, there is a lot you missed. Because Generation 2 introduces is the special defense stat, which, by the way, it helps with the whole, special stat that was so broken in Generation 1. Because you could solo the entirety of Generation 1 with a Kadabra.
I mean, I soloed all of G1 with a Charmander. So.
No, I mean, as in, almost nothing could touch you with a Kadabra, because Psychic only had one real weakness, which was, only had 2 real weaknesses, which were Bug and Ghost, but Ghost was somehow a physical type according to Generation 1 through 3. You ever wondered why ghost types were kind of worthless back then? That's why.
I never used ghost types.
Generation 4 fixes that with a physical special split. Basically making it so that the defining thing for attacks would be based on like, okay, this attack is physical, this attack is special, and all that jazz, which fixes a lot of things, and, you know, actually helps out Hitmonchan, and in a bunch of other Pokemon, though some did get nerfed, but let's be real here, or what wasn't gonna get nerfed with new mechanics, am I right? For one thing, they kind of nerfed, for a while they kind of nerfed the Trico line of evolution in Generation 3 with the physical special split, because Trico kind of had to rely on attacks that would otherwise be considered physical in terms of like the grass type moves, like Leaf Blade and whatnot. Back then, grass was considered a special type because types define what kind of move, what their moves would be, and which honestly, that's kind of stupid, because you're gonna throw a punch at something, and that's somehow considered a special attack. How does that make sense?
It doesn't.
Exactly. Hence why the physical special split was kind of necessary. So by Generation 4, they kind of fixed things, and overall, quite a number of Pokemon. And while people all make it on Generation 4 for the new evolutions they introduced for a bunch of Pokemon, that actually ends up working in its favor, because a lot more Pokemon from previous generations just suddenly became more viable.
Thunder! Freeze!
Like, you know, Electabuzz and Magmar. Those got evolutions by Generation 4, and they became a lot more viable. And guess which evolution finally became useful by Generation 4? No, Flareon. Vaporeon's been useful. It was just more of a tank. Rather, it's more of a damage sponge. Sponge back when it was a thing. Espeon was definitely useful. Oh, and the competitive scene really loves Umbreon. You know why? Or I'm guessing. Umbreon's priority stats are defense. Guess what movesets could make it absurd? Throw Toxic. Throw any stat. Throw Toxic on there. Air plus evasion. Plus invasion enhancements like double team and whatnot. You got yourself a perfect staller. Oh, and also, even if an attack does land on it, it'll barely do much damage since its defense is absurd. Oh, and in Generation 4, they introduced two new evolutions, Glaceon and Leafeon. Guess what types those two are?
Oh, I don't know. Fire and water.
That's Vaporeon. That's Flareon and Vaporeon.
Thunder!
Psychic and Fairy.
Sylveon gets introduced to Gen 6.
Thunder! Freeze!
What I fucking tell you.
I'm guessing you're just messing with me, aren't you?
It's grass and fucking ice.
Yep. And not a lot of people actually use them for some reason. They're actually very viable, and I'm like, why do people sleep on them? They could. Plus, they're part of the evolution and family line. It's adorable. Anyway. And oh, and due to the physical special split, and they also kind of made this, there was a grass-type starter back in Generation 4, which is my all-time favorite grass-type starter. And it's like, there are new... Generation 3 added the ability mechanic, which basically every Pokemon has some kind of ability that, you know, makes them either, you know, very viable in battle or just kind of worthless. And...
Hi. Hear me. Are you fucking deaf?
No, I don't need lyrics, ex-old lady. So now we're shrunken down, and we're gonna go find Jacques, who is getting a key to save Cinderella from being locked in her room.
That was the world's lamest knee to the face, Aiden. Okay, so
are you okay?
Do we spend this
Cinderella, somebody lock her in her room. Gotta let her out. Gotta save Cinderella.
I still don't understand why the subtitle
Let me help you.
calls me Jacques. Translate Jacques' words. Let's just make it light.
I'm Aqua, but tell me how you know about Ben.
As a friend, good friend. Ben help a Jack fix a Cinderella to rest.
And where is he now?
Look up a friend, other friend.
I see. Then, you must have just missed Terra.
Can't understand why. It always fit perfectly before.
Quite enough of this. The next young lady, please.
Oh no, hear that? Don't worry, Cinderella gotta try that slipper.
I had quite a few skill points, so I figured I'd...
Come on, flurry!
Yep, mine as well. And...
like they'll be that useful for the rest of the game.
And as with the other two campaigns, we have an escort mission. Yay! We gotta escort the mouse.
An escort mission. That's everybody's favorite. Everybody loves those, especially when the employees require speed is like slightly faster than walking.
Freeze!
Yeah, especially when that is the scenario.
Thunder!
Nobody hates that. That's not a... I forgot I had my gun out.
Thunder!
Oh, if only Aqua thought to beat up the evil stepmother. That way we wouldn't be in this predicament. But no, Jerry Godwin's like, no violence isn't in the way.
Take that!
Someone needs to show the fairy godmother some Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, agreed.
You are an absolute weakling. Violence is the only way.
You're the only ladies here?
There's no one else, Your Grace.
It's not just an option, it's mandatory.
Come on, hurry, Jack.
Even Kakarot wouldn't disagree with me. Violence is always the solution. And of course, you know, the only impervious thing in all of Watch Dogs.
Oh, would it
It's
be
the
alright if I tried on the glass slipper?
I met you at the palace. Unfortunately, you are not the young lady the prince is looking for.
But I am a girl. I should at least be given a chance to try it on.
Who are you? And what are you doing in my house?
And watch as my head bobbles as I speak.
Do something! That girl does not live here. I have
The only thing that evil stepmother could possibly do to scare off Aqua is to sneer at her.
Regardless, she means no harm.
Like, have you seen the death stare that she gives in the movie?
Here you are, my dear.
Maybe.
That is scary.
Your Grace, please wait.
Though I can think of
May I
one
try it
worse
on?
death stare.
What?
Don Bluth's to the Nostalgia Critic.
Pay no attention to her. She's just an imaginative child.
Madam, my orders were every maiden.
Literally every woman.
You should let her go first.
Thank you.
I actually want to thank you for teaching
If
Terra
this
Ventus
music
to
can
keep
stop playing for 2 seconds, we might actually be able to take in this moment. Thank you, music, for
What
not
will I
playing.
do?
That is an ancient fucking PC.
Please, don't worry. You see, I have the other slipper.
She just pulls that out of hammer space.
Oh, the same place I keep all of my guns.
Glass cannot be practical to walk around in the slightest.
A perfect fit.
Especially when
I
they're
must inform the
heels.
prince immediately. You will come with me, of course.
I'd be happy to.
Oh,
It's
little
not
Lou
fair.
is right next to
She's a scullery maid.
Mother! Are you just going to let them leave? No. Cinderella will be put in her place.
Lady, you have literally no power over her.
What's that?
And suddenly,
What happened? Where is Cinderella?
and suddenly we've got a boss
She was
fight.
attacked by a creature, a monster in the forest.
Pills
You're a
here.
monster?
Suddenly I'm reminded of Left 4 Dead. Pills here. By the way, did you hear that Porygon did nothing wrong?
And did you think Rihanna Wu had something to say about that?
Oh my god. Lady, stop talking.
This is what happens when you go against my wishes.
And they're dead. The cursed coach killed the evil stepmother and the stepsisters. That's beautiful. So much for violence not being the solution.
Getting a nice hand on that ass, Aqua.
Yes. Hey, even she can appreciate some nice booty. And especially when she has some nice booty herself.
Gotcha.
And we're done with this boss.
No, you're not. You're still fighting it. And now you're done. Didn't I have hacked every CTOS tower in this fucking city. I got a fucking achievement for it. Why do I need to hack the CTOS tower again?
At some point, I just want to go watch that scene in the third Cinderella movie where the prince just yeets himself out the window. Just to basically say what I wanted to do when I saw this was Aqua's first world. I'm like, okay.
A pure heart filled with light? It's strange.
We meet only 3 of the so-called princesses.
Needs to be destroyed.
I'm sorry, 4 of the so-called princesses of heart
if not with light.
in this game, and the other 3 we meet in Kingdom
You're
Hearts
too
1.
young to know. Experience more things,
look at this.
and you'll
Look at
find
this.
the answer. Just trust in your
Yikes.
dreams.
I am seeing right now what is happening.
This gate is impenetrable.
How does that even work? Okay, I got Stroke of Midnight, which does literally nothing for Aqua.
I wish The Rock was here. He could rip the gate off for me.
But The Rock is busy being teased to play Black Adam.
Yeah, he ripped the gate off of his house so that he could get to filming some movie he's working on.
By the way, remember that bit where Ven ended up unintentionally getting the apple that the evil queen needed for poisoning Cinderella? Or not Cinderella, Snow White?
Yeah, I was about to say, do you have the right one here?
Yeah, well, Snow White's about to die. Oh, and the dwarves... Oh, and remember how in that movie the dwarves went after the evil queen? And after they found out that, that Snow White died? Yeah, we don't get to see that, nor do we get to see the evil queen die. She just yeets herself.
The misty mountains rise, leave us standing.
And they just sit there and mourn the loss of Snow White in a glass coffin that they did not have any real time to set up.
What was before, we see once more to our kingdom.
Did you ever see the Snow White movie?
I've seen parts of it, yeah.
No, not this movie. No, not this movie. The Snow White movie, Mirror Mirror.
She told wonderful stories.
The one movie where Sean Bean seemingly dies, but it turns out he was alive.
And when we went to work, she gave us all.
Why did you see that one? Mirror Mirror was better, even if it kind of sucked.
From what you've said, she must have been very loved. But
I will ask you to explain this.
A wicked queen was horribly jealous of our dear Snow White's beauty. So she used her evil magic to change into an old hag. Then she gave Snow White a poisoned apple. And by the time we
I have to agree with CinemaSins on that. the filmmakers were on meth with that one. On Kristen Stewart being more beautiful than Charlize Theron. Get the F out of here.
Well, not unless somebody craves the basil. I'll bring
Craves the basil?
No, you fools can stay here doing nothing. I'm not afeard of going, not even to that witch's lair.
Yeah.
Fucking rocks and gotten to myself.
Supposed to be guarded by magic and crawling with monsters.
You know, you guys were bold enough to chase the evil queen after you found her. After you saw her leaving the house with the dead after Snow White was dead.
We'd be much
you guys seem... What happened to you guys? Your balls drop off or something?
Be damned.
I could also do impression of Mr. Popo, and whatnot. I basically do most of Lanny's voices.
Yeah, I can do all of Lanny's voices except for Krillin.
Somehow I could do Krillin.
Yeah.
And let me remind the audience, apparently I have a deeper voice than Alex.
Well, that was something you told me.
No. Yeah, but I didn't really believe that. Let's be honest. It's because I was just like,
I mean, I've heard your voice recorded. It can be deeper than mine at times, yeah.
And yet, somehow I can still do a decent Krillin. No!
I have an idea.
Oh god, no, it's Aquaman. Come on, guys! We could use whales! Whales! Someone, get him out of here. What about the whales? Oh, and by the way, Aqua can't go to the mines. Ven can go... No. No. For whatever reason, Aqua is restricted to basically the house all the way to Terra's area in the game. Or all the way to Terra's area in this place. So it's basically, why is she restricted to only these areas? In this world is voiced by James Arnold Taylor. Well, one.
And also Titan.
I hate that laugh.
Oh, that laugh is terrible.
You know, funny enough, that laugh wasn't even supposed to be genuine, and from what I'm told in the context of the story, but still.
And quite frankly, I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care for the context of it. It's still terrible. And somehow the Japanese version is worse. I get paid as of a few days ago, my minimum wage is now $12 an hour.
That's pretty good.
Well, Connecticut is very lean. Well, Connecticut is one of the most expensive states to live in for a reason, aside from tax. Like what it charges you.
This is Lionel Richie.
Okay, so now we're about to encounter the prince. There he is, right there.
Is something wrong?
This castle, it's different somehow. And I can't find the princess or hear her beautiful voice. Was it all a dream?
Wait.
If it was a dream, then why were you out there in the well
yes.
in the first place in that movie,
It
Mr.
was a
Prince?
song that drew us together. Has something happened to the princess?
Yes,
she did.
I'm afraid so. The wicked queen tricked her into eating a poisoned apple.
I must go to her. Where is she?
In
What
the
could
woods,
you
guarded
possibly
by
do
7
to
kind
help her?
dwarfs.
I will find her. Perhaps
Get
there's a way
behind
I
the
can
canoe.
help.
When she's already swallowed the apple, and when she's already swallowed a bit of the apple and didn't choke and die.
Don't ask me to explain it. That is basically what happened. Like in the original story, a prince basically buys her body from the dwarves, and while he's transporting her coffin back to his house, they drop it, and it dislodges the piece of apple from her throat, and she's alive.
I have several questions.
I figured you would. I have no answers.
I figured you didn't. Oh, and I just got Fission Firaga, which, as you've seen, is one of 2 pieces to give me Mega Flare. So
this guy got... Thanks for your concerns regarding the Bellwether Code. Rest assured there's no brainwashing features.
Sure, there isn't. Oh, and once we get to... Oh, and guess what? Remember that mirror boss fight we had to do as Terra?
Kind of, yes.
We have to do it as Aqua. So I hope you like recycled bosses. Because Aqua gets to fight quite a few recycled bosses in this game.
Oh yes, I love that. That's not a terrible acting concept at all.
Alright, good. I'm glad we got that out of the way. I know you were being sarcastic, I just wanted to play along with that.
And I will do it!
I feel like even that running gag is starting to sound strained in that at regard, because now you've suddenly gone mad. I'm not saying that it's a bad running gag. I'm saying like
I feel like somebody playing maybe the Airboy 2009 said that they were like in a YouTuber capitalizing every single word.
Take that!
I'm guessing you're either bot or messing.
Gotcha!
sometimes both. Because remember,
true, and you can still message.
Because remember, every guy Nicole Kidman meets, according to Doug's riff on Batman Forever, is either gay or Batman. And then Commissioner Gordon would chime in, sometimes both.
I was about to say, in the case of Joel Schumacher's Batman,
are we sure that Batman is gay? Has that been confirmed?
He's not gay.
Suddenly, someone writes him as gay.
The movie is gay. The movies are gay.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Listen, man, I just, if you're here to chat and watch the videos, sure, that's fine with me. I don't care. Just, don't, cause no trouble.
Yes, please don't cause any trouble.
And I'm gonna take the
Okay, so... So apparently... tell me something.
Have I ever danced with people in the pale moonlight?
No, that wasn't going to be the question I asked.
Because I have. Blind date. Never saw the game.
No, he never returned my calls. Said it was too creepy.
Yes, I know.
Luckily, I did.
New follower swipe customer 195.
Nice.
Thanks, man. Frequently purchases rare coins. Mortal Lion.
Summoner of Exodia. That was just cheeky for the record. Oh, and by the way, we have to wait until we're done with Enchanted Dominion before we get Firestorm.
I think we're reaching the end of the game.
Are you now?
Yep.
That's sort of anticlimactic.
So much fucking money. I can literally go to the ATM right now in the game and withdraw like $100,000.
Screw you, game. I gotta wait till near the end of the game to go back and grab this. This friggin' sticker right here. Do you see it? Do you see that sticker right up there?
What sticker?
Look at this at the crown.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I gotta wait till I get a double jump for Aqua to get that. Yes, she has a double jump. We don't learn it until the penultimate world in this game.
Okay, so now we have a drink.
Well, at least penultimate, if for most how. Well, penultimate in terms of what we do in the game. And because for most it is the mysterious tower with Master Jensen, whose name spelled backwards is Disney, as the running gag from Just a Pancake. He likes to remind us whenever he's on screen, but he always gets cut off. So now we're going to be taking on Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Who's the most reused boss of them all?
Something's not right.
No, it's Vanitas. Because in total, we have to fight him 6 times in the game. Between Ven and Aqua's campaigns. That's what I'd like to know. So how's no longer being a nocturnal mammal going for you?
Oh, not well. Not the greatest thing, you know?
I could honestly imagine.
Dark circles in my eyes.
Though unlike Terra, Aqua has a better dodge animation, which has invincibility frames all throughout the animation.
I remember correctly, this guy actually becomes a friend.
You got a friend in me.
He threw me out a friggin' window.
You got a friend in me.
Come on, Aiden. You've been down guys' before.
Yes, indeed. Now we pop back out the mirror. And we're told...
The queen is gone, my service done. Adieu, O victorious one.
So what happened to the queen? I have no fucking idea. So we're just never gonna get closure on this? Indeed. So yeah, we never get closure on what happened to the evil queen.
That sucks.
Yeah, unlike in the actual movie where she dies by trying to drop a rock on the 7 dwarves. And suddenly, she's awake.
Princess!
Oh, I felt like there was an apple lodged in my throat.
About that.
You saved me. Oh, thank you.
We're still technically in Chicago.
That's so sweet.
Why are the cutscenes?
It's just like a miracle.
Well, what?
This isn't.
What, in yours or mine?
Technically, in mine.
Because I was gonna say, for mine, just flip a coin.
Ventus, why won't you wake up?
Give him a kiss and maybe he will.
It's like some of the models are better in game and some of them are better in cutscenes. Most like the environments look.
You're awake, Ventus. It's a miracle. Terra, Master Ericus, Ventus is awake.
And wearing shoes on his bed. For God's sakes, you don't do that. Meanwhile, I feel like there's something behind me. Like a big something. She's a very big dog. Hi, Dopey.
Every waking is a new journey.
So do you think it's
Maybe
peculiar that
it
Vandal
was his
Savage
time.
is basically going to be an evil version of Ramirez in the Wolverine story?
Don't give it away just yet. Stop giving away stuff from the plot.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. Could be worse. Could be much worse, I can imagine. Anyway. So... Okay, so I'm equipping Fission Faraga. Now let's go to Enchanted Dominion to go beat up Maleficent. Which, by the way, guess what areas Aqua is limited to?
What's that?
Oh, in this area. Oh, Alex.
I think I'd better go take a look inside.
Guess what areas Aqua is limited to in this part of the game?
Water level?
No. She is limited to the inside of Maleficent's castle, well, up to the bridge is leading to Aurora's castle. You know what would have been an interesting thing that was a missed opportunity? Getting Roger Craig Smith to voice the prince in the prince from this world. Which, by the way, he did voice the prince. It's at one point. I forget where it was, though. Because, you know, that would have been an interesting role reprisal. Now kiss me.
Freeze! Fire!
So I have to... So Aqua and the prince from this world are going to be working together to escape Maleficent's castle in this scenario. Luckily, it's not a slow-ass escort mission, since the prince does actively fight alongside
There's
you.
no way Terra would hurt somebody like that.
And Aqua came into this scenario mid-conversation after Ventus beat the tar out of Maleficent with his glow stick.
Ben, don't be fooled!
Aqua!
Just imagine, the Keyblades turn out to be just gigantic glow sticks.
You know that as well as I do.
Yeah.
Can you picture that?
Ah, the truth can be most cruel, even amongst the closest
I was
of friends.
beaten by a
After all,
glow
one
stick.
never knows the secrets
You
of
know not
another's
humiliation
heart.
until
I'm
you've
sure
witnessed
you'll
that.
agree. Ventus, Aqua.
The master sent me.
Huh?
Yeah, sure. Now's the time to tell
Let's go home.
Ben we should leave.
Terra's not ready to leave yet.
Eve, when there's a super villain standing above you who could probably cast magic on you as you speak.
Sorry, Aqua.
It's not like
I can't go.
she can't.
What?
And hear your conversation.
I have to find him before it's too late.
And Ventus leaves.
You too wield a Keyblade.
Because nobody in this game, because no original character in this game knows how to have a human conversation.
A key that opens the hearts of men, of entire worlds, and allows one to obtain anything and everything. Such
Or
a
maybe
power
they
I
should
find
just, or maybe
fascinating.
instead they should just stick around out in this world. They should have stuck around in this world. Waited till they beat Maleficent
Now,
and
my
then
dear,
say,
would you
hey,
like
why
to
don't we go
assist me
home
as
because the
well?
master sent me to do that.
Never!
But no, instead you waste
Xehanort was
time.
right. You are a most stubborn girl.
Master Xehanort, how do you...
It seems you
Oh,
need
simple.
time to
She had a
consider
Skype
my
call with
offer.
him.
Fortunately, I have the perfect place.
Hello, Mr. Prince.
Who are you?
My name is Aqua. It looks like I was caught in a trap. Why are you here?
She has
To prevent me
has
from
the
breaking her evil
personification
curse,
of dull
I was to meet
surprise.
the most beautiful girl at a cottage in the glen. But now my true love lies in an eternal slumber.
It seems I
and
was
only
caught
I
in
can
a
break the
trap.
spell.
Whatever, shall I?
You must really love her.
Is what you said true?
Even though I have
Yes,
a big glow
Maleficent told me.
Even though I have a
Oh,
big
Prince
glow
Philip, it's
stick
you.
that could summon a nuclear warhead.
Now, Philip, the road to true love may be barred by many more dangers, which you alone will have to face.
I'm going with you. There's something I need to know, and Maleficent has the answer.
Yes,
Let's
of
go
course, dear.
towards
Now
the
come
man with
along.
the gun.
We must hurry to Aurora.
Yes, go find the lady. Go find the lady who has. Go find the lady who also has a giant glow stick. Got the map. Gonna need some fires. Gonna need a couple of magnets.
The hell was that death sound? It was like, oh!
What? What, like the Wilhelm scream?
It wasn't as good as the Wilhelm scream.
So we're gonna probably clear out this world, and then we're gonna call it a session. So
it's not a truck, it's a goddamn van, guys.
You know, last time I used Magnet in this world with Ben, that thing just straight up disintegrated these generic nukes.
It's not a truck, it's a van. Stop calling it a truck, guys.
They will call it a truck for as long as it gets them money. And of course, more stickers that require me to get at the double jump ability.
And they've got to have money.
So now Prince Philip and I are, now Prince Philip and I are going to team up and take on Maleficent's goons. I have to wonder what kind of deal Maleficent had to make with Xehanort to tell him, yeah, no one versed in this castle. And already Prince Philip is worthless. What is this? What is this? The Maleficent movie? I swear to God, it is. Oh, hold on. I almost forgot about you. Come here. Back here. Okay, that clears out the mooks. Luckily, we don't have to go through that maze like Ven did in his campaign.
Fire! Freeze!
Because Maleficent was courteous enough to turn off the maze. What a lovely house guest. Rather, what a lovely host, right? So yeah, a lot of Aqua's campaign for completion and is probably going to be spent backtracking. You know what I mean?
Because of course it will.
Because heaven forbid they put these collectibles in a location where I could feasibly reach them, and without needing to come back for these. Even though you did those for Terra and Ven.
Oh yeah, I can totally see that.
By the way, you said you've only played the demo of Mario Sunshine at Walmart, right?
Yes.
Oh,
like 15 so years ago.
Oh dear, you poor thing. You're gonna...
one of the bosses.
You're gonna experience hell with Mario Sunshine.
I still don't have a Switch, so that's not gonna be too...
I know. Right. But still, it's like, you're gonna experience it once you get there. Good.
I'm kind of on the fence about
Gotcha!
Switch now, or waiting to see if they put out like a Switch Pro.
They already did with the Switch Lite.
Well, that's not true. That's like less because I can't do as much. I can't do as high performance.
Alright, so now we get this prompt.
I'm talking about like a Switch Pro and like an upgraded version.
Ah, okay. They would have done so by now if that was in their plan. Like the PlayStation 4 Pro. Oh, they would have done something like that a while ago had that already been in their planogram.
Hey, get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Thunder!
You know, I also have the 4 Uncharted games with Nathan Drake, so one of these days I might end up streaming that. That's so fun.
Gotcha!
This is only played.
And then there's also the fact, for some reason, like, and don't forget the rest of the God of War series is not on the PS4 either.
Yeah, why? Again?
I don't know. Got some sleeping magic. Alright, Prince, come here.
Stand up, man.
Or there's still enemies on the ground. Game, come on.
Fire!
Thank you.
Luna, come on.
Here!
Now then.
Freeze! Thunder!
We open up the gates. And like that, we are done with that segment. Oh, now I get high jump.
I should have activated the spikes.
I should have gotten a lot of things.
I saw the spikes and I didn't even think about using them.
Freeze! Thunder!
Oh, and now they're Unversed that I gotta deal with.
Oh, damn it.
And meanwhile, Piccolo's like, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. And Krillin's like, wow, Piccolo's doing a your dad. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. See what I mean?
Take that! Freeze!
Namekian, and too strong. He's playing now. He's fused with Kami. It'll gain more power. The fuck's Kami? Basically God. But I'm still here. Do you even hear yourself right now? Do you believe in your own thing that much? I am the light. Sorry, I kind of forgot a bit of that line, but then I'm like, oh wait, it's do you believe your own hype? And then Mr. Satan had to steal that line, and I'm like, kill him! How did Mr. Satan survive I have that karate chop. By all means, he should be dead. Because, remember, Krillin took a kick from Cell, and that pretty much messed up his neck. Had it not been for a sensu bean, he would be either dead or in a coma.
Well, secretly, Satan is actually Satan. He has unlimited power.
No, I refuse to believe that Mark Hercule Satan is that powerful.
How do you think he beat Cell?
He didn't. Gohan did. He just took the credit. Yeah, because I saw him nearly die to that thing. Seriously, how did Mr. Satan survive? I'm getting hit into that mountain, and when a single kick from Cell incapacitated the strongest human on Earth.
I think I'm stuck.
Trying to come up with a reason?
I've clipped into a tree. You might want to come take a look at this. My car is stuck in a tree.
Oh my god, I am apparently blind.
Can you see that?
Yes, I can see that.
Now look, watch me get out of the car. Oh, that was...
Come on!
You're not Kevin Meld. How did you steal Kevin Meld?
Did you know that Kevin 11 and Beast Boy share the same voice actor?
I think you told me.
Greg Snipes is his name.
Take that! You recognize that name.
I'm apparently followed by him on Twitter.
I'm not treating my car like a little woman. I just want you to know that I did not do this on purpose.
I'm sorry, that bit was funny in Alien Force. Then Gwen's like, go on. No, I feel I've made a mistake of some kind.
No, I feel I made a mistake of some kind.
I'm like, you don't say! Oh, God.
How the hell am I supposed to get back up there?
Magic your way up there?
I mean, I'm gonna try to Bethesda my way up there.
Don't question it, it just works.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they get some better QC.
Considering some of the stuff that Microsoft was willing to put out. I thought the sequel was Crack Up. That's a very funny game.
What?
Crackdown sequel was called Crack Up. It's a very funny game. I can't believe you. I can't believe it.
Under the car.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it took you a bit just to get that joke.
I didn't want to believe it.
Why? It's hilarious.
Yeah, and I hate it.
Joke's on you. I'm into that shit. Have you seen that? Have you seen that Skeletor meme? So, I was on Twitter one time. I saw a post where basically it's showing showing a compilation of a couple of pairings where it's like you would think that there should be no reason a very attractive woman and like Raven in well, Altana to some people I'm sure is very attractive.
Everything is somebody's fetish.
True. Then there's Jessica Rabbit and whatnot, and most guys are like, how? Oh, are you with?
She actually said it in the movie. It makes me laugh.
Yes, they quote Jessica Rabbit saying he makes me laugh. And I could imagine writing a scene where some rando tries to hit on Raven, but then they note it. But she's like, I'm sorry, I'm already seeing somebody. And then
Hey, what has he got that I don't?
Okay, yeah, that's and Beast Boy would be like, do I really make you laugh? Because, you know, he knows that she doesn't like his jokes. Or at least, outwardly, he claims not to like his jokes. When what she kind of means is like, he's a funny guy. If that makes any sense to you.
You're a funny guy, Sully. That's why I'm gonna kill you last.
Remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. I do also need to get the, I do also need to get my hands on various other abilities like Leaf Bracer and whatnot, so that when I do cure, I don't get interrupted and when healing myself. Because I'm sure, as you saw in the Vanitas boss fight, with Ben, and I was healing myself, and Vanitas would have interrupted me, realistically. But with Leaf Bracer, the attack animation can go through, but they won't hit you for damage. I've already got 5 magic haste. Let's remove this for Ragnarok. Speaking of God of War Ragnarok, or I'm sorry, Dad of Boy Ragnarok, your thoughts?
Never played God of War 4.
No, we call it Dad of Boy.
Yeah, I have never played that game.
Fran has.
A forest of thorns shall be your tomb, wound round the castle in a bower of doom.
One thing I could definitely say about Susan Blakesley's performance as Maleficent, it does get better over time, but it's not much compared to Eleanor Audley from the original Sleeping Beauty.
What did Master Xehanort tell you?
Such a pity, child, that you don't have Terra's gift for obedience.
What was I just talking
Nor
about?
can you see how easy it was for him.
What did I just say?
Terra would never do anything to help you.
Quite the contrary. He fully embraced the darkness within himself.
Just like me.
Stop lying!
See for yourself all the powers of hell!
And obligatory E10 and upgrading because of that one swear word. One swear, or hell, in this case. Even though Shadow the Hedgehog could get away with saying damn all the damn time. And that was an E10 and up game. Wow, Philip, you are worthless. Yep. Yep. I know, I've played the game. So basically, Maleficent is in her dragon form, and unlike in Kingdom Hearts 1, she is kind of easy. Like, seriously, when we get to Kingdom Hearts 1, you will see how absurd she is in that game. We're done with Maleficent. Well, now Prince Philip's got to fight her himself. In a battle that would seem a little more climactic if it were anything like the movie.
Our sword of truth flies swift and sure, that evil die and good endure.
Like, seriously. Yeah, I still have to say Sleeping Beauty is that one movie that I've seen like the beginning and ending of, but I've never seen the middle. Have you seen it before?
I can't really remember.
Someone I follow on Twitter.
It's the power of true love that defeated you.
With the Berserker 144
I will not
is like
be defeated
I
by
watch him
something
through
as
all the
insignificant
Pokemon
as
movies,
love.
and it's gotten to the one
You don't even know
one
the
that
first
takes
thing
place in an
about it.
alternate timeline.
You're too clouded by darkness to see that there's something greater.
Oh, I'm surprised I managed to tank that much.
And True Love's kiss wakes her up. And she already looks dead inside.
Try all you want, but you'll never defeat a heart filled with light.
Perhaps. But remember one thing. As long as there is light, there will be darkness.
What is it with
and in
early
time,
Disney
many more
stuff
will be drawn to it.
adapting all the
Then they will
stuff
all
that
belong to me!
I'm not sure, but somehow Maleficent isn't dead.
Terra,
Right after
you better
that.
stay strong for me.
I get fairy stars, which is also worth Oh, come on! I've got 3 things for dramatic reading, but it's like I haven't gotten to reading any of them. Oh, hi, Terra. Mission failed.
Terra,
We'll get him next time.
Where's he going?
So I'll probably be going back to Sleeping Beauty work in a bit. Then there's also Radiant Garden I gotta do. Notice that Aqua doesn't go to the Keyblade Graveyard. Or prior to that. Let's see.
Bullshit, you can take that many bullets to the face.
Hey, if it worked for 50 Cent, it's gonna work for you.
I'm talking to forces. Heavies.
Okay. Usually you can only take one bullet to the face.
Yes.
And remember, there was a JoJo abridged joke where when Dio comes out as a vampire, that
Excuse me.
then the police is like, impossible! No one! I've never seen anyone so white take so many bullets to the chest!
I'd be pleased as punch to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for
And
a
then
boy.
Speedwagon's like,
around.
even Speedwagon is afraid!
I think I know just who you're
And
talking
reminder,
about. He
Speedwagon
scampered
in that
off toward
series
the
sounds
castle
like
in
Pops
a
from
right
regular
hurry.
show.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and
Terra,
guess that's what they did with William Zeppeli in the abridged version.
What?
They made him Ramirez from Highlander.
Ah. That makes perfect sense.
It does. And, though William says that he would rather die before having a descendant named after a salad. Guess who the descendant is?
Caesar.
Yep. Or, I'm sorry, as the Japanese version calls him, Shiza! Freezer with an eye. What was up with that? There's no I before the I am Lord Freezer, yes. Awesome! I'm gonna deck you in the schnoz. Ow. I'm sorry, that's a new one. Who are you exactly? My name's Goku, and I'm insane. From Earth. Insane. Now, between you and the Namekian, I seem to have lost my touch at genocide. What's wrong, Vegeta? Did Freezer do this to you? Oh, look, it seems you've made a friend. I'm impressed, Vegeta. Hate you. Hate you both. Which, by the way, they did not fix the bit where Vegeta is suddenly right next to Goku instead of, you know, only next to Frieza. Because it's like, as Vegeta is saying that, suddenly he goes from being right next to right below Frieza to being right next to Goku. Was there any better was that better done in the anime or in the actual anime or no?
I can tell you that it definitely wasn't any better done in CGI.
Why am I not surprised?
Because Kai can have worse
Take that!
Somehow. What was with that weird filter they did for the show? The filter they used for Kai. Yeah, what was up with that?
They scanned the film out of focus. That is not a purposeful blur. They scanned the film out of focus.
Why?
Because they're incompetent.
That's Toei. I should have expected this. They can't even make a decent Digimon on movie series who's featuring the cast from the original series. They sure as hell couldn't handle making anything after. They sure as hell can't handle making an adaptation of One Piece. Which, by the way, at first, the adaptation seemed okay. Because, you know, it was relatively faithful to the manga. It was going at a decent pace. But then, it slows to a friggin' crawl. Like, you know how one episode of One Piece used to kind of equate to 2 chapters in the manga?
Yeah.
Nowadays, one episode of One Piece is barely most of a chapter in the manga because how they do it is that as if they never go on hiatus is because that would actually make sense. And is like first the 2.5 minute long opening animation, then the whole Gold Roger King of the Pirates bit, then we get there's that whole what do you call it? Then after that, we end up getting a minute-long recap. Guess how much runtime there is to actually adapt a new part of the story?
Not much.
2.5 minutes. It's like a minute long on that whole premise, of the series, which is explained in every single episode of the show.
Enough!
Oh, and I'm like, I think by this point people know what the story of One Piece is.
Like those intros they have in all the
My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the dumbest man alive.
Alright!
Yeah, basically.
Don't you mean in fastest? I know what I said. Anyway, so yeah, they gotta spend time doing all that BS. And they have Then they have to spend time. And they have to spend time on the actual episode, and then and there's only like 16 minutes of runtime for actual new material. Do you have any idea how bad that sounds?
Yeah, it sounds pretty damn bad.
Yeah, so they've got all those problems on top of several others, including weird pacing and those off-model animation stills. Those like the multiple Zoros.
Hey, multiple Zoros.
Yeah, there's a bit where. Hi, Kyrie.
I can feel the light.
I can feel the light.
There's no way I can fight like this.
Oh, hi, Mickey.
Hurry! You gotta get that girl to someplace that's safe.
Who are you? Why do you have a Keyblade?
Don't question him, just do what he says! Okay.
Everything all right?
Now we fight. Now we fight like gentlemen. Luna's not giving me much room on the couch. And you know what? That's funny. The entirety of the Birth by Sleep bit with Aqua later in the game is explained by Mickey, and I'm like, how did you know about the parts you weren't there for? You know that bit in Dragon Ball Z Bridge where Frieza somehow explains the entirety of what happened into King Vegeta and whatnot. King Vegeta, I have urgent news. Speak, Budorega. Bardock's gone absolutely mad, sire. Frieza! What's all the commotion about? He's been telling everyone that Frieza plans to destroy Vegeta. Wait, my son, the planet,
And
or me?
I'm Mickey.
Yes.
I used to be Yan's sales apprentice. I came back to him for some more training.
Counselor Nappa, what do you think?
I sense light within this girl.
Nappa as
You think that's
Jafar?
why they attacked her?
Just...
Yep. I think you might be.
Why is that a thing?
I want you to look him dead in the eye. Yes,
All
he must be somebody pretty extraordinary.
And you think that'll work?
Yes. I'm quite certain she's someone we're supposed to
He'd have to be
protect.
awfully evil
Let's
for
join
that.
forces.
If it didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I like the cut of his jib.
I'll be okay.
Alright, but I want you to take the prince off the planet. And in case things go south. Don't worry, you'll do just fine. Frieza, can I sit down and have a word with? Sure you can.
Are these for me?
K.O.
I picked you some flowers.
You win.
Thank you for saving me.
Oh, they're lovely. You're so sweet.
My name's
I say that with such a deadpan tone
Nice
in
to
my
meet you,
voice.
too. I'm Aqua. Kyrie, about that light.
Kyrie!
Oh, and fun fact, Kyrie's
Kyrie,
grandmother
just a
is
minute?
voiced by the original actress who played Alice from Alice in Wonderland,
I just cast a magic spell
who
on you.
reprised her role in Kingdom Hearts 1.
One day when you're in trouble, the light
50
within you will
years
lead you to the light of another.
after voicing
Someone
the
to keep you safe.
character back then.
Thanks.
Let me tell you about that one dream I had.
There you are.
It's basically that movie was a drug trip.
Oh. Bye.
And then after the movie,
Grandma?
and Alice's mother's like, "Have you been taking some
Could
of
you
that
tell me that
plant
story?
that I told you to stay away from?"
Again, dear?
Please.
I did, but
Very well, then.
I tried to stay away from it,
Long
but
ago,
it was too
people
tempting.
lived in peace, bathed in the warmth of light. Everyone loved the light. Then, people began to fight over it. They wanted to keep it for themselves.
Then everything changed when the
Darkness was
Fire
born
Nation
in their
attacked.
hearts. The darkness spread.
Can you imagine how many
swallowing the light in many
stories can be
people's hearts.
summarized
It covered
with "Then everything changed when the Fire Nation
world
attacked"?
disappeared. But
Because that's
small
literally part of the
fragments
opening
of light
narration of
survived
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
in the hearts
Yes, I know.
of children.
You still need to
With
watch
these
it.
fragments of light, children rebuilt the lost world. It's the world we live in now. But the true light sleeps deep within the darkness. That's why the worlds are still scattered, divided from each other. But someday, a door to the innermost darkness will open, and the true light will return. So listen, child. Even in the deepest darkness, there will always be a light to guide you. Believe in the light, and the darkness will never defeat you. Your heart will shine with its power and push the darkness away.
diary. Something tells me I didn't run into her by accident.
It's almost like they're trying to fill in something. And with your coincidental run-in with that little girl. Oh, hi, Trinity Armor.
It never ends.
So now I get a new Keyblade. Alex, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm trying to figure out how to kill these fuckers. That was not close enough.
So on top of getting a new Keyblade, we now gotta go fight Trinity Armor for the 3rd time. I wish I could skip boss fights that I've already done, but this isn't the kind of game that we signed up for now, is it? I'm like, is this Netherrealm Mortal Kombat where you could just skip fights? Hold on a sec. It's the pup.
Okay, come on. There we go. Finally triggered the chase. There we go. And I'm chasing a guy in a sports car with a van.
Alright, I'm back.
I am literally chasing a guy in a sports car with a cameraman and somehow catching up.
Huh. Interesting.
He's doing that, I guess.
Anyway. So one thing I will not be showing off in this stream is the Mega Flare, or in the infamous location of grinding. In case you don't remember, it's that area where we're fighting Trinity Armor. That I'll be doing off-screen instead of, on screen. Because I'm sure at some point, you and Fran are probably going to get desensitized to the gigantic explosion. And the puppy wants to come back in.
Because of course she does. Let me out, I need to come back in again.
Let me in! Let me in!
Fire! Freeze!
Let's poke Eric Andre at some point.
Yep.
It's like I've seen that GIF repeated on Twitter quite a few times, and I'm just like, where is this from? But then I find out it's from the Eric Andre show. Which I have to wonder if he's still doing that. Gonna be doing that.
I can't remember. I think so. But I don't know.
I think, and honestly, he was and honestly, finding out about his casting in the Lion King remake, I'm just like, so
season 5 is going to be airing.
Nice. Like, do you think you could have pictured Eric Andre in the remake of Lion King?
A lot of people who I couldn't have pictured in the remake of Lion King.
Besides Chiwetel Ejiofor?
I would have pictured him. I just would have pictured him actually singing for real.
Yes.
As opposed to.
Can he sing is the question.
Yes, he can.
So then, why did they cut out? So why did they make Be Prepared a waxing lyrical?
No idea. He actually does go on singing towards the end.
Interesting. So, you remember this boss, right? Well, of course you do. How can you forget? Because we fought this guy how many times now? Square's like, what's that? Make you play the same boss over and over again? And good idea. And then I'm reminded of I want to know what the business decision was behind making the Avengers game. For what? What did we do that was so bad? So they're of the cruel and unusual punishment type instead of the zero mortal plan that Zamasu had in mind. And we're done with Trinity armor, but he is not the de facto boss of this part of Aqua's campaign.
We're totally
Terra! Then, now, come on!
See? You worked on your
Hold on a sec. I'm skipping in that scene because we literally saw the rest of it in Ben's campaign. So I'm like, why am I still showing this cutscene? We've already seen the full version of it in Ben's campaign. What do you make of Jesse McCartney as a voice actor in terms of like how he sounds and whatnot?
I actually can't hear him. Oh
right, you have the game on mute. You probably hear him in post. Because this game's volume, and when it comes to the sound, I have it at a single digit on my TV, and I can still clearly make out everything. Can you imagine? Also, can you imagine can you imagine a version of what was that movie? What was that one? No way, I was thinking The King and I. That's what I was thinking. Can you imagine a version of The King and I where the soundtrack is sung by Russell Crowe?
That was a fucking militia area.
There was actually a bit in Doug Walker's review of that movie, of the animated movie, where basically there was a skit of Russell Crowe, of quote-unquote Russell Crowe singing songs from The King and I.
Hey, don't you there? Do not forget my name. Do not forget me. 601.
Who is this man? What sort of devil is he?
Why is it that we could both out-sing Russell Crowe under the table?
It was his hour at last. You put a seal on my face. You know, if you talk to the guy, one of the guys in my theater class, he'd say that Russell Crowe did a better job.
Why is he on meth?
I actually like it better than some of the ones, like the more official Broadway ones. But Broadway has this really weird thing where sometimes they cast guys who have really weird voices.
What about Hugh Jackman singing?
Man, Hugh Jackman had a fucking cold on set. The director did not let him record dub when he was better.
Wow,
that guy went on to direct Cats.
That explains so much.
Yeah.
It's almost like Les Mis. It's almost like Les Mis was kind of a mistake. Unfortunately, I have that movie on Blu-ray. I have yet to watch it. It's a mistake. So do you think we'd imagine? Because some part of me, when wanting to write, I like a scene in Teen Titans thing was either in my wanting to attempt a solo DC universe or in our thing. And it was just like just them out, just them like hanging out and whatnot. If that makes any sense.
Kind of like their version of Ultron, where they had that little.
Except that, you know, that's already going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
Just as
Merlin.
I said it would happen. Here's the third one. That book
Who is voiced by Johnny Bravo. Man, I'm pretty.
Say no more. In the book, you need to awaken the powers.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna call it quits as well after I'm done with after I'm done clearing this world as Aqua, which isn't very long because I just gotta exit from this area.
The third?
Then
Terra and Ventus were
then
here?
go fight Vanitas. Because yes, Vanitas is the boss that Aqua's gotta fight against in this world. Because that's because let's buy another barrier so that I can do this. Can I do this? Barrier.
That was stupid.
Renewal barrier and counter blast.
Some people may wonder whether any remaining multi-platform Bethesda releases will not be optimized for PS5, but don't worry, Bethesda releases were never optimized for PlayStation consoles.
Because of course they weren't.
This is from the Twitter account ex-CEO Kaz Hirai.
That makes sense. And there's another sticker. Alright, let's go talk to Merlin and do the thing.
You know what they should make a Sword in the Stone?
That way it'd actually be good.
Yeah, they need to make good King Arthur movies again. Make King Arthur movies good again.
Oh, come on! I swear I'm gonna do a dramatic reading marathon on next session of Birth by Sleep. What voice would you want me to do for those readings?
A mask? You're the boy that Ventus mentioned.
Let's say
yes. Ventus. Tell me something.
Can you do?
Has he learned to put up a decent fight yet?
Nathan Drake?
What do you mean?
I'll be asking the questions.
I don't know if I can do a good Nolan North.
After all, between the two of us, I'm the only one who will walk away from here alive.
Guess again!
Aqua is about to take on Dankness with a Keyblade. Hey, that's the most flowery and girly thing in history. You have flowery and girly things.
Too slow.
Take that! Farewell!
I love how she could just basically block everything that Vanitas throws at her. Oh, and since I have Renewal Barrier, I heal from all of this.
Gotcha.
Come on.
I don't need to be faster than Vanitas. I just need to time my blocks.
Take that.
Gotcha.
Come on. Take that.
Oh, and by the way, Vanitas is voiced by Haley Joel Osment. I don't know if we mentioned that before. He sounds very sinister here. Like, he is having a blast playing a villain. Because he sounds better here than he does than in later performances as the character he's known for in Kingdom Hearts, which is the main character, Sora.
Come on. Take that.
Go. Suffer. Too slow.
Take that.
Too slow.
And we're done with Vanitas. For the first time in Aqua's campaign. Somehow I made that look easy. Alright, Aqua, now go up to him, stab him in the face, and then tell Ven, hey, we're done. And let's go. He's just sitting there.
Who are you?
Oh, come on.
Oh, God damn it. I was trying to run away from a friggin' grenade.
Not bad at all. Congratulations. I'll keep you around. Never hurts to have a backup.
Basically, Vanitas would want to make Aqua a backup just in case Ven and didn't measure up, which he does, but you know how that turned out.
Before anything else happens to Terra and Ven.
Aqua, you are not good at your job. Hi, Ven.
Ven! Were you able to find him?
Yeah, but he's gone.
Right. Then I can't stay here.
Let me go with you, Aqua.
No, Ven. Do as I say and go home.
You really think he's gonna just do that?
Why won't you let me?
I don't want to put you in harm's way. You understand?
Aqua, you put him in harm's way by not, trying to explain things like a normal human being who's known the kid for 4 years. this game, man. The story is stupid. And that's Radiant Garden done. So, that's 4 worlds for Aqua down. Oh god, Disney Town is one of the options. No! Don't make me go back there!
No! No!
And then you hear Mickey Mouse's theme in the background.
M-I-C, K-E-Y, M-O-U-S-E.
Make it stop! Make it stop! I beg you! I'll pay you anything!
Now tell me what you know!
It's always gonna keep going because everything will be owned by the mouse!
No! You will be stopped one day!
I highly doubt that!
Public domain will stop eventually, and I do mean very eventually.
Yep. So anyway... Okay, you know what? I'll just do dramatic reading to end things off. So, for report number 3, how shall I read this?
Do Grand Moff Tarkin.
I forget what he sounds like. I don't know.
Maybe do Palpatine then?
In ancient times, no such buffers kept the larger world divided. There were no walls of light enclosing each smaller world the way they do today. Nothing prevented one from physically interfering with the next. At that time, the world was filled with light and a great many Keyblade wielders. But without buffers, the worlds began to squabble over ownership of the light. You see, they learned of the Keyblade's true use. War broke out as each of the Keyblade wielders struggled to lay claim to an almighty entity known as Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts could be described as an aggregate of hearts. Worlds, too, have hearts, just like people. Each world's heart is concealed from sight beyond a hidden door. By gathering all the hearts of all the worlds in a single place, one may complete Kingdom Hearts and obtain unlimited power!
How was that?
Good. Now do one Unlimited Blade Works.
Alright, report number 6. God damn. What do I read this one as?
Let's see. Connor McLeod.
There were 3 families of Keyblades. The Keyblades of light we wield, Keyblades of darkness, and Keyblades of heart. The first and second families only differ in origin. The Keyblades of darkness are found in the realm of darkness, and are counterparts to the Keyblades we use in the realm of light. The third type of key, the Keyblade of Heart, came into existence when the world was reorganized after the Keyblade War. Without this key, Kingdom Hearts is forever beyond a person's reach. Only by gathering together 7 hearts of pure light, hearts completely devoid of darkness, may one forge a Keyblade of Heart and open the door to Kingdom Hearts. And as
That sounds like it'd be the lamest one.
And as stated before, opening this door arguably gives that person control over all worlds and all people. Sorry. That was a bit from... How was that?
That was good.
So I could do a decent Christopher Lambert.
Yes, you can.
And you want me to do Scaramouche for Doomsday.
Scaramouche, will you do
I will record an audition on Wednesday. I will record a bit on Wednesday with just like improvised bits, and I want you to know what you think.
Okay.
So anyway, that's gonna probably be where I close off. So, all right.